Eggplants here in the West taste best during this time of the year, and this recipe is not only for all eggplant lovers but also for those who do not like eggplants. Namaskar and welcome to Curries with Bumbi, and today we will be making a delicious fire-roasted eggplant recipe called Baingan Bharta. Choose a fairly large eggplant for this recipe which has a smooth, shiny, wrinkle-free surface without any blemishes. It should be a firm one, but not too firm, as that means it is full of seeds and will be dry. You want a large, juicy eggplant. I rinsed it under tap water and wiped it dry. Now I will be making 2 slits, and in each slit goes in a piece of garlic. Then apply about a teaspoon of oil all around the eggplant. And this is now ready to be roasted. Roast it on high heat. I first roast it vertically like this, as this end takes the longest to get tender, and once the sides get roasted it is very hard to stand it up like this. Turn it little by little all around so that it gets roasted evenly. Previously I did not have a gas stove, so what I did was I roasted the eggplant placing it on a cast iron skillet over my electric stove. You can also use your oven to roast it under the broiler, or you can also barbecue it using your grill. But to tell you the truth, I really missed that smoky flavor if I roasted it in my oven or on a cast iron skillet. But I still made it and incorporated an ingredient that brought in that smoky flavor. We'll be coming to that ingredient later on. Turn the eggplant from time to time, and when you will see the skin shriveling up, you will know your task is near to completion. One thing I must mention is that your stovetop will get messy, but things will get messy if you cook. According to me, a kitchen is meant to get messy if you use it. But my friends, please do not leave the kitchen keeping it all messy, because then it will be a gradual build-up that will be an overwhelming cleanup later on. So if you clean up that mess immediately after cooking, or on that very day, then it will be much easier for you. Okay, as soon as you see the skin starting to peel off, it's done. And my gosh, this is one very juicy eggplant, as you can see. Take it off heat and put it in a bowl. Allow it to cool down a little bit and start peeling it when it is comfortable enough for your fingers to handle. It is easier to peel them when it is still warm. Keep a bowl of water and dip your fingers each time you peel off the skin, because wet fingers will work the best. As you can see, it is still very hot from that smoke that is coming out. But please do not do this. I can handle this because I am used to. But please do not try this if you are not comfortable enough to handle hot stuff. Just wait till it gets comfortable enough for you to handle. The garlic also has become so soft. Once you peel all that burnt skin, cut off the stem end, and if little bit of charred skin is still on it, then don't worry about it because it will bring in that smoky flavor. And see all that juice? Please do not throw that. Now with the help of a potato masher or with the back of your spoon, mash up the eggplant along with those softened up garlic. This is why it is known as Baingan Bharta, where Baingan is eggplant and Bharta is when anything gets mashed and bashed up. Now let's bring in life by adding colors and spices to this mashed up sad looking eggplant. Pot on medium heat with 3 tablespoons of oil. Once the oil turns hot, lower heat to low and add half a teaspoon of black mustard seeds and half a teaspoon of cumin seeds. Allow the seeds to splutter to release their flavors, and then add finely chopped onions. Add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt that will help the onions to soften up faster. You do not need to brown the onions too much. When they become golden and pale like this, add chopped garlic. Stir for a few minutes and then the tomatoes enter the scene. Again add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, then about 1/4 of a teaspoon of hing, that is asafoetida. I avoid adding hing directly to very hot oil as they sometimes turn bitter. Add about a teaspoon of turmeric powder and cover it on medium heat till the tomatoes soften down a little bit but doesn't become mushy. Okay my friends, the tomatoes have started falling apart, but you do not want them to turn too pasty or jammy. They should still have some character to them to prove their existence in the mashed up eggplant and make it look beautiful. Okay, the eggplant goes in along with chopped green chillies, which are optional, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Next, I like adding half a teaspoon of ground coriander, and here comes that ingredient that I talked about earlier, that is smoked paprika. I know it is totally not authentic to add this ingredient, but trust me my friends, it adds up to that smoky flavor. And if you roast the eggplant in your oven under the broiler, then there are far more reasons to add smoked paprika, because this brings in that smoky flavor. And my friends, it's your kitchen and your mashed up eggplants, so who cares what you are adding? At the end, add lots and lots of fresh coriander leaves. And by lots, I mean how much your heart desires to add. And if you don't like, do not add it, add any fresh greens of your choice. You can have this with roti or on toasted bread. I enjoy it with rice because I am a rice lover, and nothing makes me happier than a bowl of hot steamed rice. Please click that like button for me, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.